Eagles, he scores. And so Keshi already knows him that. So when coach, I mean, that's what Keshi told me. When Keshi heard that this guy was dropped from the 23 team, from the Flying Eagles team to the World Cup because of Isaac's success and the other players that were more popular with the coach and were familiar with the coach and his style, when Keshi heard that the boy was dropped, he just told him, just come to camp immediately. And from day one, this guy was shining like a million stars. Played the friendly against Spotlight, was one of the best players. In training, was scoring amazing goals. Everybody, I mean the backroom staff, knew this guy was going to make the squad of 18 for the game against Chad on that final day of training. Interestingly, that training was behind closed door. Yeah. He scored a goal that ended the training. When he scored the goal, everybody said,
that's like they shouldn't have closed that training.
If I can join this argument, the truth about all this is people tend to bury a man before he has died. Why people are crucifying
what I've
seen? A lot of people, the same people keep saying that a coach, the real work of a coach is to look for players who are not established.
Let me give you one more fact about him. He was top scorer in the Maltese League. He had to be called back by his agent when they were holding him 3 months. So it's not as if this guy doesn't have a feel of foreign football. Top scorer in the Maltese League, and it's just 19.
It's just something that we like to believe that if once you play abroad, that you must be a superstar. We've seen players who played in Nigeria. 3 months after they moved abroad, they were called to the Nigerian national team. But while they were Nigerian,
Madu was an academy player.
Just a player. So this is the same Keshi who has been brave enough to call home-based players to a national team that won the African Cup of Nations.
This is the
same Keshi who also called up a youth club member.
When they played the friendly.
When they played the friendly a few years ago. So I don't understand why people are crucifying Keshi for being bold enough to make decisions that people in the past who are higher paid didn't make. So if he's getting the results, no one should crucify him.
Okay, so that's it. That's why we're here to, clarify all of these issues, and I'm sure we've done just that. Let's quickly talk about the Super Falcons now. That one is very, very important. They will take on the United States of America tonight, or tomorrow, early hours of tomorrow.
In a few hours.
A few hours, 1 a.m. Nigerian time. And guys, it's a win for Nigeria. Super Eagles, man, after that bad week, the Flying Eagles dropped, Super Falcons dropped. The Super Eagles had to put some smile on our faces.
Winning again.
They need to start calling those girls now to motivate them.
We need to start winning again. I mean, the Eagles have turned the corner with victory over Chad. I mean, you could say little Chad, but ask Guinea what happened when Swaziland came visiting. So now we've turned the corner, and I'm sure the girls, impossible is nothing. Impossible is nothing. These girls need to believe. These girls need to fight 100%. Give everything that you have. And let's see what comes out of it.
Let's just run through some of the results. Group A at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Canada and the Netherlands played 1-1. China played 2-2 with New Zealand. Côte d'Ivoire, sadly, Group B lost to Norway 3-1. And then Germany defeated Thailand by 4-0. Tunde, a lot of people have been saying it's the defense. It's the defense. Coach Edwin Okon must work on the defense. But if they're scoring your defense, you should have a formidable forward that is also scoring your opponents.
Very true. But just quickly before we go into that, the Group C fixtures, Ecuador against Japan, Switzerland against Cameroon, and Group D fixtures will see Nigeria taking on the United States of America, and also Australia playing Sweden in the final group game in Group D. For me, I think this team has overachieved, considering their preparation. Yes. I constantly maintain before the start of the tournament that if they get a draw out of the three matches that are supposed to be in their group, as far as I'm concerned, they have done me proud. And I still maintain that. Considering the level of the preparation they had going into this competition, a draw would have been a really, really good result.
There could be some mathematical miracle for the girls, even if they lose, or if they get a draw against the Americans tonight. Mathematical miracle in the sense that if Australia can beat Sweden by a higher margin by which they beat us, let's do some mathematics.
Not just, and then now it has gone beyond permutations. Mathematical miracle.
1 point from today's game gives us 2 points. We will be finishing third place and still qualify.
We are not beating USA tonight. I can tell
so
you.
they call it key.
We are not getting a draw.
Overruled.
Quote me. We are not getting a draw tonight.
We are getting a win.
We are not getting a win. We are not getting a draw. Quote me.
We are going to be beaten.
We are going to be beaten.
Okay, that's your own opinion.
Quote me.
What if we beat the United States of
that's
America?
What if?
What if we beat them?
It's not. You want me to say I walked to Abuja?
Not basketball.
It's not going to be news if they beat us.
Yeah.
No. And it's not going to be an upset if they beat us. We're not going to be under pressure if they beat us. But if we beat them, then they're going to be making news.
That's
so
it.
Let the girls know what is at stake.
And that's why we're here. We want news.
I mean, nobody expected that they were going to struggle against Sweden the way they did. So let's wait and see. Anything can happen.
Okay, let's just read some messages on Twitter. Tony Agbon says, the Super Falcons sure have a mountain to climb against the United States of America, but this mountain certainly is not insurmountable. And he says, go girls. That's what we want to hear.
Give your best.
That's what we want to hear.
I don't think there's any mountain that hasn't been climbed in the world. Everest, Kilimanjaro, all of them.
So this one can
But you're not like USA, Nigeria. Not like USA, Nigeria.
David will kill Goliath.
Watch.
Again.
I'll come back and tell today.
David will kill Goliath.
Let's quickly take this one, guys. David Buki says congratulations to Vincent Inyama on his 101 appearance record for Nigeria. He's an icon and we love him. Thumbs up to you, Vincent Inyama. Ryan says the Nigeria defense would be the problem against the United States of America, and I don't think they can even get a draw, mindless a win. You're sounding like
Perpetual Kocha also could be 101 caps.
Yeah.
That's what the NFF told us as well. If she gets a chance to play any part in the game in a few hours. So maybe that will be some record for her as well. Inspire the girls to success.
Defending always seems to be a problem with all Nigerian national teams, from the Super Eagles to the Flying Eagles to the Super Falcons. Individually, the defenders are good, but as a unit is where they always seem to struggle. In the game against Chad, individually the defenders were good, but as a unit containing the Chadians, the Chadians had some excellent chances.
They had 2 chances in the first half.
Thanks to Vincent Inyama, and they couldn't deal with the physical, that very physical captain.
They had 2 chances in the first half, but we had 4.
I've seen the game with one team that had 3 chances, they scored 2. Another had 15 chances, they didn't score a single one.
Yeah, but they had 2, we didn't score any. We had 4, we didn't score any. But
was in Liberia, 1-0 over the weekend.
Yes.
First half chance, the 4th minute.
Rwanda against...
and that was it. So imagine Chad taking those
Mozambique.
2 chances and you didn't take your 4.
That's all.
It's a different story we say now.
Yeah, it's a different story.
Okay,
the best of luck.
Let's quickly talk about the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Sadly, Nigeria is not there anymore, but Africa still doing big things today, and we might just make it to the final.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm very, 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 very pleased for Africa. No one ever saw this one coming at 2 African teams in the semi-finals. I don't think Africa had it this good at this level of the work. We've won it before, but having 2 teams in the semi-finals.
2 African teams played the semi-finals before.
Okay, yes, against
Nigeria, Morocco in Netherlands 2005.
In Netherlands, exactly.
Yeah. So, and I think we've also had, I can't remember, but African teams, Nigeria, Zambia in the second round in Canada 2007, we beat Zambia,
yes,
I think 2-1. But if anybody told you that we're going to be having 2 African teams in the semi-finals,
particularly,
and they didn't put Nigeria and Ghana, you tell the person that happened.
These same teams that the Flying Eagles taught how to play football.
And it could be first time all Africa final.
Okay. So that's
it's a possibility.
Brazil, Senegal, the first semi-final. Serbia, Mali, the second semi-final as well. Mali have really surprised a lot of people, beating Ghana, beating favorites Germany as well. But the Serbian team are excellent defensive team. In the qualifiers, I think they only conceded 2 goals all of the way to the semi-finals as well. So that's very, 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 very key. Senegal too have grown in leaps and bounds in this competition. People say they got in on an easy route because they played Uzbekistan in the quarterfinals. That's neither here nor there. The fact that they are contenders means they can be winners, and Brazil will write them off at their peril.
And another interesting fact, these 2 African teams came in as best losers. Ghana played in the semifinals 2 years ago, qualified as best losers. So what does that say? It's not how you start.
It's just a reminder that
it's how you finish.
It's just a reminder that it should not end as best losers. Just a reminder. Let's just quickly take this message from Temi, just to wish the Super Falcons and keep it coming. Temi says the girls should just go ahead and have fun. Win or lose, they have made me proud watching them. And I think that's the message. That they can actually stun the world with what they did against Sweden. Already winners. Tony, thank you so much for coming around.
Thank you, Austin.
Sadly, tomorrow you will not be addressing issues. I'm
a little bit under the weather, but I hope I'll be fit enough to be on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
But you guys are holding forth so
We have
well.
to.
So we are in good hands. We have